here's the last 5 books I've read: fantasy, sci-fi, romance, and if I'd recommend them or not to you. Next up, A Far Better Thing. I loved this one. 5 stars. Would I broadly recommend it though? If you love historical fantasy, yes. It's got a very Dickensian writing style because it's a retelling of A Tale of Two Cities, but by someone who doesn't really enjoy Dickens books, I still loved this one. You're following a man who is somewhat enslaved to the fairies, and they have him doing all these despicable tasks, and then he sees a way to get some revenge. Worth fighting for, a rom-com retelling of Mulan. I would not recommend. As someone who loves the Disney Mulan movie, which this book is trying to retell, they made Mulan a finance bro. She was annoying, all the other characters were annoying, the plot was annoying. Yeah, no, which is really sad because I was really excited for this one. Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping? Yes. If this title and cover appeals to you, would recommend. I loved this one. You're following a prickly woman named Sarah who runs, surprise, surprise, a magical inn. She's a witch, but she's lost a lot of her magic when she was a teen, and she's kind of really bitter and depressed about the whole situation, but trying to make the best of it. And then a hot man walks into her life and also helps her see things in new ways, and also she regains some of her own power and balance throughout the book. It's really wholesome, great found family vibes. Yes, would recommend very easily. Painted Cup is a hard one to decide if I'd recommend it or not, because though I enjoyed my time of it, the longer it sits with me, the less I like it. It is a high fantasy book with really intense world building surrounding like mutations and funguses and weird plant things, and like it's really inventive in its world building. The actual plot though is centered around a murder mystery. As someone who loves murder mysteries, this book did not do it well. It's always throwing so many characters at you, so many names at you, and it gets so confusing that you cannot really keep track of any of the suspects. And so the mystery does feel very lackluster because like I could not tell you what was going on, and even though I had some of my theories, they all turned out wrong, and the actual solution to the mystery I thought was underwhelming. Lastly, Provenance. I would also not recommend this one. Even as someone who loved other books in the sci-fi extended universe, this one, it's very much focused on the provenance of historical artifacts in the sci-fi universe, and not important ones, just like random knickknacks. And it just keeps circling around the drain of that idea, and it was so boring. Even though the beginning was good, maybe it gets better later. I don't know, because I gave up on this book about 1/3 of the way in. So, what have you been reading recently?